Hey, hey, everybody! You know what that means. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong show. We're gonna do the esteemed broccoli thing today, so I'm not gonna be able to be with you. But instead, we got Jimitations and Geek. Oh boy, that ought to be a real laugh. Oh, God.
Thanks, Krusty. Thanks. Where's that steam, baby? Where's the steam? Is it coming? Is it built? It's building. The steam is just built. There it is! Yeah! Okay, well, welcome to another exciting edition of eSTEEMed Broccoli. Ha, ha, ha! This is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th episode. Or fourth, maybe? I don't know. But we're going to talk about Halloween stuff today. Lots of fun Halloween stuff. We're going to play some Halloween music, and we're going to have a little contest, Geek. Say hi, Geek.
Hi, Geek.
With me, as always, is Geek. I am Jimitations, at Jimitations on Steemit. That is Jimitations. Imitations with a J in the front. And Geek is not the traditional spelling of geek, you know, the one that we're all familiar with, like that guy that you didn't like in high school, who now you have to call boss. But anyway, it's Geke.
I think what needs to happen is the microphone needs to move away from you and toward me, because you're louder than me. So,
oh, I am? Really? When did that happen?
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Lena, I do not believe we have been introduced, have we?
Not formally, but I've heard of you around.
Yeah, well, don't believe everything. You don't watch America's Most Wanted, do you?
Is that where you heard of him?
Uh-oh.
Anyway.
Did we lose Lena?
Oh, no. Sorry about that. I was pushing the wrong button.
Oh, stupid.
Pushing the wrong button, saying, "Why isn't it working? Why isn't it working?"
So Jimmy and I both have our G&Ts, and then I asked Lena ahead of the show, do you have a cocktail that you can be drinking along with us? And she said that she has mango beer, and does that count?
In my circle, yes, but we all know how I like foo-foo.
And we all know how you like beer.
And foo-foo beer, you know, yeah. Mango beer, I mean...
That totally counts, though, and obviously Lena likes it, so yeah.
It counts, yeah.
So,
do you know what? America...
well, we don't know. Are you in America, Lena?
Yes, I am.
Okay. let me... well, I am Jimmy. I spell Jimmy with an I-E, if that makes any difference.
Oh, and that is an important thing. Take note, everyone.
Yeah, that is an important thing.
If you spell it with a Y, he gets sad. He gets very sad.
See, like G-Max did it up here? Jimmy with a Y?
Well, most people do. Most people spell it with a Y, and that's the accepted spelling.
I'm not mad at G-Max or
but
anything.
Maybe we should explain to everybody why.
All right. So I had a sister that passed away, and she spelled her name with an I-E, and so I changed my name legally to Jimmy with a Y, from Jimmy with a Y to Jimmy with an I-E, so that every time I signed my name or gave somebody my name or my business card or whatever, I would honor her and think about her. So that was...
He had a good relationship with his sister.
Yeah, she was something else. She's the reason I'm who I am, really. I mean, she had the biggest influence on me, her and my grandmother, of anybody in my life. Her, my grandmother, and then my cousin Steve.
Okay, well, we're drifting off topic a little bit.
What is topic? Oh, yeah, Halloween.
But anyway, so we have Lena joining us, and before we move on, I noticed that Sir Quark posted a Homer.
Ooh, hey, give me one of those famous giant beers I've heard so much about. Okay, give me a Duff. We don't serve Duff here. Well, what do you serve? Fud. All right, Fud me. Thanks, Sir Quark. Shall we do something Halloweeny?
Well, yes, we should. But
No. I want to ask Lena. I want to ask Lena some questions. Okay. Tell me about yourself. What's your background? What do you do for a living? If you were a tree, what kind of tree? That kind of shit. What kind of?
Well, if I were a tree, all my leaves would be blown off right now because just listening to you is like, what is going on? You're so full of energy. Good Lord, man, what do you run on?
Not caffeine. Hate.
Boodles?
Hate, pretty much. Boodles. Yeah, right now it's gin and tonic.
And we have some dill Havarti cheese.
Dill Havarti cheese.
Which is very paleo, if Tiny is still listening.
And some salami, Genoa. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know.
Well, and this is partially because Jimmy has been to Italy with his good friend Holly.
Who grew up there.
Yeah, and Jimmy is also a chef. And so he knows about all good Italian food things. And so occasionally we have them, and we have them live on the air.
But not as often as we have live cocktails on the air. You see, it's the only way we can really get... I'm not going to mention any names, but it starts with a geek. It's the only way we can get her to loosen up and talk on the air. So.
Well, we used to do this show in the morning. And I'm not a morning person. And I'm also not an extrovert. I'm a writer. Hello. So I had no interest in being on any sort of podcast or radio thing. But,
So then you started drinking in the morning and everything changed.
I do drink in the evening. So we moved the show time to the evening, and it really loosened up after that. So how is your mango beer, Lena?
It's lovely. It's a bit... I've never had this beer before. It's from a local brewery. It's a bit hoppy. I prefer light beers, but it's good. It's kind of mango-y.
I prefer light beers as well. I don't like anything. I really don't like when they go, and Colorado's famous for this right now. I mean, there's a brewery literally on every corner.
Oh my gosh.
Pub, literally on every corner, and I'm not exaggerating. If there are more than 2 shops, one of them is a brew pub. So,
which would be okay, but a lot of them don't serve anything but beer.
And Steph doesn't drink beer, do you?
I drink gin.
Yeah, and it's rare to find gin pubs. And it's like, how many different kinds of gin do you have?
There are 2 Irish pubs in Denver.
There's a couple more.
There's more than 2?
Yeah. Lena, where are you?
Physically, like right now, or my mind?
Yeah, in the kind, because in our mind.
Well, you said a local brewery. So what's local to you?
I live in Wimberley. The brewery is Twisted X. I think. Whoa, wait a minute. I threw it away a second ago. I need a refill to figure out actually which one. But there are a few breweries in town. Out here, we call it the Texas Hill Country. So there's a lot of wine out here, but the beer's good too.
Nice.
Where's Wimberley?
Texas.
Oh.
It's in Texas. It's actually about a little less than an hour southwest of Shane in Austin.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, my mom lives in Austin, so I'm there all the time.
Shane, come back.
Awesome. I have a cousin who lives in Austin as well. And there's our dog.
There should be some sort of steamy meetup in Texas. Steamy meetup.
Very steamy in Texas.
Steamy meetup. That's what we are.
There is. There are 2 of them, actually. One in Austin and one in Houston.
What? Like every year?
Texas.
Or every month?
Oh, once a month, I believe.
Well, heck yeah. We're going to one coming up, right? At the
Yeah.
Mercury Cafe, which is a really cool place. It's where I
Yeah.
learned to swing dance. Remember when that big swing dance thing happened, like in the early 90s? And everybody was swing dancing, and
I
Stray
don't
Cats
remember that.
and Brian Setzer Orchestra and Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
That was
and
about the time I was popping out babies.
Zoot Suit Riot. Oh, so you were having like a poop shoot riot.
Yeah. I'm gonna get another beer. I'll be right back.
Okay.
On that happy note, I need another cocktail. All right, yeah, that's
Me too, Lena. I hear ya.
I'm with you, sister. Let's do something Halloweeny. Can I play something?
Yes,
Halloweeny?
you may do that now.
Well, how do I do that?
Okay.
Well, I mean,
so
okay.
Jimmy doesn't know how to use his own computer.
No. When I did it before, it shut everything down. So
Well,
when
we
I
don't want that.
when I went to YouTube.
Well, don't affect. No, that should be fine. You shut down Shane and Muxie's show for a few minutes because we were listening to it on our web browser. But we are broadcasting our
Okay.
stream separately.
Guys,
So-
we're gonna play 3 songs tonight, and we're not gonna play them all at once, but we're gonna play 3 songs, and I need you to tell me for our contest. Okay? So let's announce it. Here's what's gonna
okay,
happen.
so I don't even know what
So
this
here's
is.
what's gonna
So
happen.
what is this?
So here's what.
Who's
so
the contest?
Here's what I want to do. Okay, I want to do a billboard for your radio show or your blog or whatever as a form of advertisement, and we could put it on during the Shane and Muxie show. We can put it on during Esteemed Broccoli, but the winner of this
or
contest
maybe Fictioneers.
or
also.
Fictioneers, whatever,
Yeah.
poetry workshop, whatever.
Yeah.
And
Also,
then-
I think Lena needs her own show. She has a great broadcasting voice, don't you think?
Yeah, and you coming through very clear, Lena. You should talk to him.
Really?
Yeah, get your own show. Blushing. Yeah, get your own.
That actually means a lot to me because I wanted to do like voiceovers and audio work and stuff.
Oh my goodness. Well,
All right, we have to go now. I have to go now. I don't like her anymore.
Okay.
Well, we would never be in competition because I'm a girl and you're a boy.
And you can't lift me over your head, can you?
Oh, yes, I can.
Well, he's 6'4".
Don't you doubt it.
He's 6'4" and he weighs what?
260. That's
I might not be able to like squat you, go down and back up, but I could carry you around for a little bit. Sure. Of course.
carry it
Wow.
around. I could body slam your ass, you big, you great lump of a Wookiee of a man, you. All right.
I like this Lena. I like
Lena,
her.
it's very nice to make your acquaintance, and thanks for joining us on Esteemed Broccoli. And
Absolutely.
and we really, I mean, it's hard to come up with a show idea at the last minute, but we decided that we would put together this kind of Halloween themed show.
We didn't do a show this week because he was in Kansas City
Yeah, I was
during our
thinking-
normal time.
Kansas City, yeah. It was a lot of fun. It was on business, though, and as well as pleasure, because I get paid to perform a giant tooth, a mascot that's a tooth for a dental company. So yeah, it was kind of neat. When anybody sees well, what are you doing in that purple long johns? I'm a tooth. What? Yeah, I'm a tooth. Okay. Let me tell them about the contest.
All right, please do.
Let me tell them about
Please
the
do.
contest. We're going to play 3 songs tonight. I'm going to play the first one right now. I'm going to play the second one in about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to play the third one in about 20 minutes. And I need you to tell me the theme. Okay?
Oh,
and the
there's
first
a theme.
one.
I don't even know this.
Halloween.
people.
And damn it! That was the best thing we had. Thanks for joining us this week on Esteemed Broccoli, and thanks to our guest Lena. The spoiler alert is her handle.
The
She's
river song of Doctor Who.
So that you're going to tell me what all 3 songs have in common, and I am not going to.
Besides,
Besides Halloween?
besides Halloween.
Yeah.
And I need you to then not only tell me the theme, but when we get to I'm not going to accept any answers until the third song starts. And then I will start accepting answers on what you think the theme is. And also, all three of these songs, I need you to tell me the artist. And I need you to tell me the movie.
Oh, good Lord. He has one of those memories
nice.
like Sheldon Cooper. What is that called? A mimetic?
Eidetic.
Eidetic.
I'm surprised I remembered that.
No, he's got this strange type of memory.
It's very, you know what? Anybody listening can do this. I bet Shane could, the second I start playing the first song, he goes, that's so-and-so from so-and-so, and here's the theme. I bet he knows 10 seconds into the first song.
Well, if he's listening, we don't know. He
Yeah.
just got off the air. He's probably gone to relax now.
Well, Lena, if you'd like to, oh, you've already popped a mango beer. We're gonna.
Actually, I just got a new one. You want a sound effect?
Oh, that's great.
Here we go.
Awesome! Oh, that's our first sound effect.
That's Foley. That's Foley sound in a movie.
I got beer all over my microphone.
No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna say anything because we just don't need to. We just don't need to go a lot of places that I like to go.
Go there.
No,
You should go there.
I am the bus driver to the bad place, and so I don't need everybody to. The wheels on the bus are constantly going round and round. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we are going to play our first song. Please take note. Write down. You'll have time to research this, the band and the movie. You can write them down, and here we go. Good stuff there. Yeah. Okay. So a certain couple of people have some ideas already of what we're trying to talk about.
Why not create your own custom
Oh,
website?
Hang on.
I don't know what that is.
Hang on just a second.
I suppose it's something here.
It's
isn't
another
it? Quite.
It's another ad.
It's another ad. Yeah. Well, you got to give the marketers their due. Their PR
You
people.
are a marketer. That's
There's
why
so many-
you care about that.
How's that, guys? Can you hear us?
This song was cutting in and out, I think, because of what Sir Quark said, that it was a voice-activated microphone.
Yeah. See, we are not doing push to talk tonight because
Because
it's
we don't
just a
want to. Yeah.
big
What are you going
pain
to
in
do?
the ass.
It's not that big a pain in the ass, but
And-
it is.
We do sometimes have issues, but that's what we're known for, are our technical issues. So if we don't have any technical issues, people would be confused by
yeah,
that.
Yeah. That's lame right there.
That's half the reason people come to this show, is to
That's
listen to
right.
technical confusion.
Exactly.
And to blame Shane.
Well, he's not even here. That doesn't count. Why broccoli? I'm confused about that.
Well, because steamed broccoli is a thing, and if you, I'm a cook. I'm also a entertainer.
He's a chef,
I
but
am
he
not a
he won't say. See,
But anyway, well, because I don't have a chef certificate. You have to be a chef to be a chef. That's like saying, oh, I'm a pilot. Why? Well, because I really like to fly paper airplanes.
no, oh my God, his food. You should taste it. It is, it's sublime. He doesn't have a chef certificate, but he has a saucier certificate. Same thing, in as far as I'm concerned.
Except for I never did the 3 years. I did 6 weeks.
Well, you didn't even need to do the 6 weeks because you have an innate talent.
Exactly. You're talented enough not to have to spend ridiculous amounts of money on quote-unquote training.
Thank you.
Well, I like that.
Yep.
That's why I don't take any more voiceover workshops. So, tell us a little bit about your aspirations towards maybe putting together. We also have Pegasus Physics, who is an aspiring voice actor, and I believe Sir Cork and a couple of others who.
I don't know if he's an aspiring voice actor, but he has a very good, deep broadcast voice.
Yes, he does. And so we're thinking of even coming up with another show, and maybe you could spearhead this, Lena.
Here's some work for you to do.
Yeah, let's give her something to do. No. This is not passing the buck. This is giving her own platform.
Okay.
You remember what we were talking about, like a voice actors workshop class, like that would be similar to the, and you suggested we may include like comedy writing and script writing and
Yes.
and improv techniques, and just share a lot of insight that I have, and I have an entire library of material that scripts and everything that I've collected over the years, and we could just go over them, and I would like to workshop them live, like get the person on the other end of the line the script, and then we rehearse it a couple of times, and then we just do it live and record it, and it's a thing. And you could then use it.
Mine? Can we do mine?
Well, yeah. That's what I'm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's. I have so many scripts. Everything from humorous little, Dr. Pepper scripts to technical manuals.
The whole reason that Jimmy is a part of Writer's Block is that not only is
because I came up with the name. I mean, oh, whoops.
He did. I don't know if everyone is aware of that, but he named this group.
Because I don't write much. But.
No, but he does write. He doesn't write a lot of fiction. He writes some poetry, but he does a lot of comedy writing. So he has just reams of that stuff.
Gee, I would have never figured you're such a dry kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I got started in the business as a young man because of my voice, and eventually I learned to modulate. And
anyway, that's enough. That's enough nonsensical.
Go on.
Nonsensical.
Go on.
I think that it could really be a fun hour or two to help fill up our. I mean, we need more shows. We need to get Writer's Block at least one show a day somewhere. What I'd like to do is I'd like to concentrate. This is something I kind of mentioned to you before, Keith, but
Yeah.
I'd like to concentrate all of our shows on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Like. And it's almost that right now. We're here it is Saturday.
Well, Fictioneers is normally on Tuesday.
Well, if we could get all the shows in like 2 or 3 days, then for the rest of the week, we could just broadcast those shows all
Like
week.
reruns of them?
Reruns, yeah.
Well, and we've been talking a little bit behind the scenes about doing some extended type of advertisements for the shows.
Yeah, they're called billboards, and exactly what we're talking about is this contest. We're going to give you a billboard for your show or your interest if you have your own workshop or you have your own particular STEEMed thing that you're really interested in. You're interested in cars and you're with a bunch of people that are car fanatics, whatever your thing is.
Or economics. A lot of people are into that.
Who? Do you know anybody? Say, let's talk about numbers. There goes our audience again. Oh, great.
I try every
welcome
week.
back, Meg.
I try
Welcome back,
to
Meg,
inject a little economics into the show, and I'm always shot down.
Yeah, I can get that though. Every time I see a number, my brain just stops. Even phone numbers, I have to sit and go, "Oh my God, okay, is that a 1 or is that a 7 or is that a 9?" I can't do it.
Well, I've told Jimmy this many, many times over that economics is not about numbers, it's about psychology. It's about human motivations to act.
Oh, and here's what I heard. Economics is not a wah 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 wah. It's wah 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 wah.
Yeah, that's all. That is always what Jimmy hears whenever I speak.
You know, I did read that book a long time ago, Freakonomics. It was fascinating. It had very little to do with numbers, in fact.
Exactly. Yes. I don't remember who wrote that, but I know what you're referring to.
Tell her about Cost Benefit Junior.
Well, I wrote a book on economics for kids. It's called Cost Benefit Junior. It's all about the incentives that every human being has to do the things that they generally do. And I wrote it for my son. He was 8 at the time. He's now 23. But it's much more of a psychology manual than it is about... There are some graphs in it. There are. Supply, demand. They are best expressed through graphs. But it's not a numbers thing, and as Jimmy will tell you, I'm not very good with numbers. And
in keeping with our Halloween theme, that was me screaming in horror.
I'm not great with the budgeting, but budgeting is financial management. It has nothing to do with economic theory, and that is my field.
Yeah. Thank you, Neg. Thank you. Negative. Look at.
What did he say?
That's what men hear all the time, actually, and that's just true. Because and women and women too. But listen, I don't know how many times I've gone, "Hey, you know what, geek? Here's what you ought to do." And then as soon as I say that, this is what she hears. Wah, 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 wah. And then about 2 weeks later, someone on the internet will say, "Here's what you should do." Well, this and that and the other thing. I heard it on the internet, therefore I'm like, wait a minute, I just said that exact same thing, almost verbatim, and you said wah 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 is what you heard, and I was crazy and stupid, and that was stupid. But now this person who has letters after their name, ATM or wait, no,
or an economics professor. I tend to respect those. Not all of them, but if they've studied...
Or anybody that has iatrist past or a list, like analyst or psychiatrist.
If they are part of the Austrian school, then I tend to listen to them. And if what you say and what they say jive, so be it. That's great.
Hitler was from Austria.
Oh my goodness, he was? No.
He was too.
He was German.
He was Austrian.
Oh no. Well, the Austrian School of Economics, I'll just, as an aside, the Austrian school was founded based on the work of Karl Menger. Not
Karl Marx.
Not Marx and not Hitler. Neither of them.
Funny, it turned out to be based on the works of Karl Reiner. Because the whole thing's a joke now.
If it had been, maybe you would pay attention.
Yeah, then I wouldn't hear wah 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 wah.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I can't.
I'm sorry.
I can't go there.
I'm so lost right now.
I'm sorry, Lena.
Well, welcome to our show. It's like, what kind of show prep do you do? Well, we plug in the microphone.
This is why we used to be a couple and we aren't anymore.
Yeah, we're like a couple of nuts, maybe. Hey, let's play our second song.
Let's change the subject.
Yeah, let's play our second song. Hey, where do I find those songs again?
This is Jimmy's computer that he doesn't know how to use.
Is that it right there?
I'm not sure.
Come on now. You gotta know what's up here. Where's the playlist? You're smart. You know things.
Okay, click there.
Here it is.
Click there.
All right, I'll do it.
She makes me do that voice. It's weird.
We lived in Orlando, and so it was. I just expected that
Yeah,
he would do a
'cause
lot of
everybody-
Donald Duck.
Today she goes, we're going on the air in like 5 minutes, and I'm like, son of a bitch! I'm in a hurry. What am I supposed to do? You know, and on.
But see, Donald Duck doesn't wear pants, and
Yeah,
that's
so I
kind of a
couldn't say-
thing with Writer's Block.
I can't shart if you're not wearing pants. You can't.
That's
Okay.
right.
So the second song, yeah, great movie, and some of the worst, just bad '80s hair. But I'm not going to tell you the name of the movie. I'm not going to tell you the name of the artist. I'm not going to tell you the name of the song. I'm not going to tell you the theme, and I'm not going to accept any guesses until the third song starts. So that'll be in about 10 minutes. Hey,
Well, that guy right there. This is kind of a.
spoiler alert!
That guy looks a lot like my very first boyfriend.
Oh, and coincidentally, looks like a lot like my very first girlfriend. What with the eyeliner and everything.
Well, exactly. No, he does. He looks exactly like someone named Jack that I dated from the age of 14 to like 22. Different, a whole nother lifetime away.
And he was 27 at the time, and so it was.
He was a little older than I was. That is the case.
Hey, you said something about me here. What does it? Are you still with us, Lena? She's.
I'm listening in wonder.
Yay!
So I have a couple of questions for you concerning. Tonight's theme is, of course, Halloween. In the long run, and eventually,
It's been our theme for a while now.
We would like to, yeah, because it's scary as shit over here. And let me tell you something. And so, I want to know what are you like a guy with a knife movie kind of movie? Halloween movie. Do you do the genre at all? We used to both work for Universal, and I worked for Halloween Horror Nights. And Steph was a character escort, and I mean we have a lot of. I've
Not
worked in
as in Gigolo.
Yeah, she was a character escort. Her best was Marilyn Monroe. I'm gonna treat you like a Kennedy.
Kennedy.
A Kennedy.
Have some more
Stupid
gin,
gin. Stupid gin. Anyway, do you like what do you like werewolves? Do you totally hate zombies? Are you into what kind of monsters do you like or movies? Do you like any kind of movies in the genre?
Yes, I am a huge horror movie fan. I love them all. I'm not big on zombies and werewolves and stuff like that. I mean, it's okay. But once you've seen the original Howling, then no other werewolf can compete. I mean, it's just brilliant.
What about American Werewolf in London?
Yeah, that's cool too. I'm
Yeah.
very picky when it comes to my monsters.
Yeah.
Although, if a movie has a monster, it must have monster vision, or else I won't watch it anymore.
Oh wow. Well,
You
that's
know where you're looking through the camera in the eyes of the monster?
Yeah. POV.
That is an absolute must. And the
Deep
script that I
POV.
just finished is a horror movie, actually.
The what
You
the
finished a script.
I did.
fictional
I'm working on the second
Playwright.
go of it right now.
Are you doing that in the playwright workshop at Writer's Block?
I've asked some questions in there. I'm kind of scared to share anything, just because, yes, it's on the blockchain, so technically I did it first, but I don't have any copyrights or anything on it, so I'm very nervous about sharing it, which is ridiculous because how am I going to get it made?
Well, I understand. I do understand that. And yeah, I do.
But yeah, it's about demons, demon possession, and or PTSD.
Ooh,
Wow.
what a cool concept.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm
Because,
interested. Where can I steal more? I mean, where can I plagiarize? I mean, where can I read more? I understand your concern. The nice
I
thing
don't know,
about
maybe- Maybe
nice
sometime on our radio show we could do something and read some of it or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's a great idea. Give me scripts. We'll talk about what characters. We'll develop the characters a little bit off camera, quote unquote, off camera. Then we'll go on air and we'll do a piece of it. I mean, I've done some things before already, pieces of stories, and that's how we first started getting to know everybody on the writer's block.
Yeah, nice. That would be fun. I like radio shows where there are stories, like what's the one with Garrison Keillor?
Woebegone Days, Lake Woebegone Days.
Yeah, Prairie Home Companion.
Prairie Home Companion. Thank you.
Yeah, and lately I've noticed, at least in the podcasts that I've listened to, it's so dry and so boring and so monotone. They tell a story in the same tone of voice. It's just like they're reading a newspaper.
One time on The Simpsons, Homer was watching. They were watching Prairie Home Companion, and Garrison Keillor's just reading. And we went down to the corner store, and everybody laughs. And then he goes, where Ed stood behind the counter. And everybody laughs again. And Homer just keeps going, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is not funny. Yeah. I understand completely.
Yeah, so I like listening to stories. I was following a YouTube channel. I can't remember his name now, but he would read scary stories that viewers would send in as, quote unquote, true horror stories that have happened to them. Read this on the air, and he'll read these short little things on the air. It was really cool. He had so much inflection in his voice, and he made it really tense, and there was no music or sound effects or anything. It was all done with his voice, and it was really good.
Whoa, I mean, I've aspired to do that kind of thing, and I have done story time at the library for a season, and I mean that's just kind of my specialty. I mean, I do so many weird, different little things for money, including the Mona Lisa. Who would think that would be a thing that you could do for money?
Yeah.
And
he walked around in a painting, a framed painting of
oh,
Mona
actually,
Lisa.
I hung around. Ah, you see what I did there? It was a painting.
And he used his favorite voice, my favorite voice that he does, which is his Italian.
Which is this Italian voice, and I was a Mona Lisa, and my face and my arms stick out of the painting, and then I just mess with people and it was for the opening of a gelato shop. So I mean, what yeah, you can make money doing that kind of thing, but just bizarre. I don't know.
That actually sounds like fun.
Well, doesn't suck. I just got back from Kansas City, and I made a lot of money to dress up like a tooth,
Mona Lisa followed by tooth. That's Jimmy's resume.
Yes, do you have a resume? Let's go to video.
We're now sharing our cocktail between us, which is sad.
Well, because we're on the cusp here, the upper limit, the apex,
we're only an hour
the fulcrum,
in.
the
We're only an
fulcrum.
hour in, and we're already sharing liquor.
And we're already more than an hour in, if you know what I mean.
See, this is how I know I will always be single, is because I never share my alcohol, ever. Don't even touch it. If you look at it, slap in the face. I'll slap you with an ice cube.
Well, we are single as well. But I get your point.
Still sharing. Close enough to where he can steal your drink and you'll just be like, ugh, fine, you stole my drink. Honey, no, get your own drink.
I need to hang out more with Lena and less with you.
I agree. Maybe she could help. I mean, be your friend or something. What I don't know where I'm going with that.
It depends on the type of help. I'm not very good at helping.
What ring of hell are we discussing?
See, I think you kind of lost her already when you said why I will always be single.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
someday I'm going to be in love. That is my goal.
Get a dog.
I have a dog.
She has a dog. She doesn't like it.
Get another dog.
The dog loves me and doesn't like her. What are you going to do?
I'm a cat person, and my cat.
Well, there you go.
Okay, let me tell the story.
Here's the best. She's a cat person, but she doesn't have any cats. I have 2 cats that hate her and love me.
No. I had a cat. I had a cat who loved me. And last year, we were all living in Florida. Jimmy, me, my son.
3 cats, no dog.
My mother. And it all sort of collapsed and imploded.
My
and,
son and Jimmy. My mother! Anyway.
And right when I ended up kicking Jimmy out of my home, my cat died. So the cat who loved me, I did have a cat who loved me, but he died, and then Jimmy moved out, and we broke up, and just a lot of terrible things happened. But I am a cat person, and cats normally
And I'm
do
just
love me,
kidding.
just not his cats,
No,
because
no,
he spoils
Kabuki
his
loves
cats.
you. Kabuki loves you. Bonsai
he
doesn't like
spoils-
anybody but me.
He spoils his cats, and
Well,
they don't
yeah, I
care
do.
about anybody but him.
And I spoil your dog. And she doesn't.
And I
And
do
you
not.
don't, and you do not.
I don't, no. I am not a dog spoiler, and I'm not a dog person. I'm a cat person.
You know how they say humans are the only species that will kill for fun? That is absolutely not true. I have 2 cats.
And they
I
bring you
swear
home
to
all
God,
kinds
they
of little
kill
critters,
something.
don't they?
Yeah. They kill something and bring it in and look at it like, ha ha, look what I did. I just took a life. Why don't you go there?
This is for
Clean
you.
it up, woman.
This is for you. Is that what it is?
Clean it up, woman.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's ridiculous. I live kind of out in the country, so my cats are indoor, outdoor. I bring them in at night so they don't get, like eaten by coyotes or anything like that. We have mountain lions out here, too, sometimes, which is creepy.
Yeah,
But,
they're kind
yeah, I'll come home one day and there's a half of a rat laying in the living room and blood everywhere. It's like, God dang it, cat, now I gotta clean up blood. Are you kidding me?
Just let in the dog.
Well, we had Shiba Inus, which I don't know if you're familiar with that breed, but when I was married and
Yeah.
had a family, we had Shiba Inu dogs, and they are very cat-like dogs, and they would do that all the time. They like to kill mice. They just behave like cats, and they were always bringing in little gifts that I
Little
had
gifts.
to clean
That's a
up
good way to
after.
say it.
Yeah.
I like that. And cats also. Well, what is the theory behind that?
Behind
Cats bringing. Is it an
Well,
offering? Is it?
yeah, they're doing that to
I
please
don't think
you.
so.
No?
What is it?
No, I think they just bring it back because sometimes, if given enough time, my cats will actually eat what they have brought in. If I just roll my eyes and say, I'll get it later, then, it's gone, which is nice. I don't have to clean up.
it up, then
But
they
I
will.
think they're just- It's like breakfast in bed. You'd rather eat in your bedroom and just kind of relax and do it instead of eating outside in the grass and where there are bugs and ants and flies. Just come home and eat at your leisure. I think that's what my cats do anyways.
Cats are vicious, and I think that's why I'm a cat person.
I am because I'm a pussy.
No, well, he is a cat person too, but he's very much a dog person. Where
I'm
I am
very
less
much a
so.
cat person.
You are. I did say
I'm
that.
very much an animal person.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
And I'm a cat person.
Yeah.
I'm an animal person. If I see something fluffy, it's something fluffy. I gotta touch it.
It's all fluffy.
It's so fluffy, I'm gonna die. Oh,
I'm gonna die.
She got
used
to escort that character
Yeah,
all
we
the
used
time.
to work with them, the girls from
Edith and
Agnes.
and
and
Agnes and Margot. That's awesome.
thank you. I'm one cocktail too many to remember the characters that I was escorting at Universal, but yes, and Gru. We would escort the 4 of them and walk parade with them. That was just a ton of fun.
all right, everybody. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, so
Have you
much
seen
fun.
the movie?
Well, yeah, a million times.
Oh, you have to.
You have to. At Universal, they will give you all their movies. All you have to do is ask for them. I want every episode of The Simpsons. Okay,
and they
there you go.
expect you to watch them and know them.
And know them.
And be able to discuss it with the guests.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Well, do you remember Pollito from the second movie? The guard chicken.
yes.
I have him. He's one of my
Pollito.
tattoos. I have Pollito tattooed.
Oh my god. Okay, we need a picture of that in the chat.
No.
No?
It's not bad.
It's in a nice
just a
place.
tattoo.
Okay, good. I was just hoping it wasn't anywhere near your Polito, All right. Here is our third song for Halloween. And in keeping with the theme, I need to hear the artist, the movie on the first two, and this one, I need to hear the name of the song and the artist. The movie that it was associated with, it wasn't ever released. So,
And I don't know.
Yeah,
Because I
anyway,
never know any
but-
of these things.
so what I will need on the first song is the theme, the artist, and the movie. On the second song, the theme, the artist, and the movie. On the third song, the title, the artist, and the theme.
You are such a Nazi. No one is going to win this
Sure they are.
contest.
Sure
no,
they are.
No.
Sure they are. Everybody already knows what it is.
I don't know.
Everybody already knows. Here's the third song.
We have a winner.
Yeah, winner. Lena's tattoo dinner. That's funny as hell. And it's G-Mux. Good job, G-Mux. Good job.
He should be sleeping right now.
Yeah.
Instead, he's winning contests.
He's winning contests. Well, what do you expect? She was nervous that nobody was going to get it, and I was like, "No, somebody's going to get it right away." Nobody, yeah. So that was excellent. That was excellent. Lena, question again. Yeah, G-Mux. Good, congratulations, buddy. Good job. And Lena, we can actually. I think we should talk, you and I, and Geek especially, on what's going on with getting some sort of concept show off the ground so that we can fill up more airtime.
Wait. Can I interrupt for just a moment? Okay, I just got a ping from GinaBot, which is this lovely bot that Muxie told us about, and I signed up for it, and I have her now, and she's my best friend. She just pinged me to let me know that Acidio, am I saying that right? Acidio, he just posted on the winner of the Steam meme battle that he is hosting. And my son has won. And I am so excited. I am so excited about this.
That was the meme about the... Okay.
The porn meme, yes.
Can you link it right now?
I will, as soon as I finish talking about it. But he just joined SteamEd the other day. And he...
so this is his first thing he ever posted.
The first thing that he's ever done is that right after he joined Acidio, if I'm saying that correctly, posted his steaming battle post. And I said to Sam, oh, you've got to jump on this. Because, this is the kind of thing he's good at. And so he did. And so I did try to help publicize a little bit and promote him as a proud mama.
Well, that's what we do.
Yeah. But anyway, he has just totally walked away with this thing, which is going to help his SteamIt wallet. So that's awesome. But he also went from a 25 rep up to like 44 within, 12 hours.
Minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Took the rest of us 100 years to get that. But
So-
no.
Anyway, I am just so excited for him. His name on Steemit, if you want to check him out, is Jazztasm. It's his gamer handle. He's a gamer guy. He's a dreadlocked gamer guy living in Colorado. He does all of the legal things. Muxie, he did it for me. I don't even have to do it. There is his meme that he won with. So,
Thanks, Mux.
yes. Oh my goodness. I'm just so excited about this. So I had to interrupt you because I just got pinged about this. So thank you.
And the
Thank you.
contest was come up with a funny meme for this picture.
Yeah, they just
and,
give you the picture and then they have you come up with the line.
That's good.
Yeah.
There were some really good ones. Submitted. Right away, too. I mean, there was a bunch of funny memes. So, yeah, he won. That's awesome. That's awesome. Congratulations going out
He's
to
very talented.
Sam Herman.
Sam Herman, Jazztasm, I'm sorry.
Jazz.
Right, as in jazz.
Tasm,
Tasm, one word. Yay,
Yeah.
I'm so happy. He'll be thrilled. He probably doesn't know this yet
Yeah.
because he doesn't have Gina Bot the way that I do.
Oh, funny stuff. Right on. Well, so Lena, let's talk about that. I think we could do some things from you, Mux. We're gonna promote your show however we can, and I will build you a billboard that just says, the Gmail. It'll be 10 to 15 seconds, and as our winner, I'm gonna do that, of course, for you. And we'll do whatever character voice you want, and we'll get some other people involved. Like maybe Lena could do a female. If you need a female voice, I mean, we could do any number. Yeah.
For an animal voice, yes. You guys could be Wookiees together.
That wasn't. Maybe that was a different kind of Wookiee. I sounded more like a Jewish Wookiee right there. It was like Chewbacca or something. I don't know what happened to my voice there. This is called free range radio, ladies and gentlemen. We're just kind of throwing stuff against the wall. So I'm going to play a few themes just for funsies here from television shows. And maybe we'll do another contest. Like a mini contest here. Not even a mini contest. Let's
do a maxi contest.
Let's do another one.
Okay.
Let's do another one. G-Mux, maybe if you win this one, G-Mux, maybe you could donate your prize to somebody else.
Again, I'm totally in the dark.
So
I have no
what we're
idea
gonna
what's
do,
going on.
we're going to play 3 themes from television shows. Okay?
Okay, I won't know them.
We're going to
but
play
all
3
right.
themes from television shows.
Okay.
And you got to list the shows in order.
Jimmy is an expert on pop culture, and I am, what would you call me? Ignorant of pop culture. So I don't know any of these things.
I was going to use another word, but yeah.
Okay.
That works. So we'll go old school, then we'll go kind of modern, and then we'll go my favorite to end them. Okay. So this first one, just tell me the name of the show, and it shouldn't be that difficult. I don't know. It's too easy. Let's go 4. Let's make it a little hard on them. We'll go 4 of them. Okay.
Oh, you're quick. It's funny because, so here I am who knows nothing about these things that he always refers to. And yet, when my younger son, not the one who won the meme battle, his name is Sam, but my other son, Nick, was at our house last weekend. He lives with his dad, but he was visiting last weekend, and we watched that show, and I sang along to the intro song. So I do know that one. And of course, he was horrified by the whole thing and rolled his eyes.
Okay.
Well, by now, that show has been around for, 60 years?
I think, yeah, it's gotta be.
Probably. It's even older than us.
Gotta be, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if Lena realizes how old we actually are.
Lena, I have warrants older than you.
Honestly, Geek, when you said he was 8 and now my son is 23, I thought, whoa. Okay, whoa. Back
Yeah.
up. I have to change my entire look. What I have a picture of you in my head is completely not a 23-year-old son that you have. That's
I'm 50, and Jimmy is, how old are you?
50.
He's 56.
56.
that's not that old. You sound so much younger.
We act so much younger,
Yeah.
too.
That
And
helps.
sometimes
That's very
we
true.
look younger, and sometimes
Sometimes.
we don't.
Sometimes. Okay, here's the second song, guys. Remember, I will not take a correct answer until after. I didn't say remember because I never told them this.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait till after the fourth song is done. As soon as I shut off the fourth song, tell me the themes from the television shows in order. And here is number 2. Yeah, good stuff right there. How about that rockin' beach guitar? That was awesome. So if you know that one, keep it under
Nobody
your
knows
hat.
that.
Keep
It's
it under your
familiar
hat.
to everyone, even me who doesn't watch television. It's familiar, but I have no idea.
Okay.
Nobody else does it either.
Familiar.
All right, here is number 3, and this one, I don't know. You probably this is the easiest one. Probably just gave it away. Well, that's okay. We're gonna do a really hard one now. This one's my favorite, everybody. This is number 4. As soon as it's done.
I know the theme. It's scantily clad women.
Okay, what were all 4 shows right in a row?
Oh, I have to say. Okay, so I don't watch a lot of TV. I suppose I did when I was little, but I never saw that show. But now, as an adult, I am a captioner, and I have captioned that show. And so I actually recognize the tune because I've heard it in my work. So when I saw that that's what it was, I was like, oh, yeah. But I won't say what it is because it's a secret.
Addams
No
Family,
idea. See, if you
Monsters Bewitched,
captioned,
no
Muxie, if you had a captioning job, you would know what that... Well, if you had my captioning job, you would know that show.
Okay. Should I go for a tiebreaker?
Do you have a tie?
I have another show.
But do you have a tie?
Well, you see, the thing is everybody knows those first 3, but nobody has any clue on the 4th one.
I do, and I'm the one who never knows.
Yeah, but you read it, right?
Well, yeah, but I turned and looked at the screen because I was like, oh my gosh, I recognize that. Remember? And did you see the look on my face?
yeah.
I was all excited.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give it to you guys. It is a soap opera with
From
a
the
horror
60s,
theme.
like the 60s.
From the 60s. It was in black and white, and it was
Yeah.
called Dark Shadows.
Yes.
So whoever can tell me the main character in Dark Shadows is going to be our winner. Who is the main character in Dark Shadows? Who was Dark Shadows' main character?
I know this.
Come
The
on
Shadow.
now. Who was Dark?
Was it the Shadow?
Who is it? Come on. Come on, Negativer. Come on, you can... Oh!
To Google it.
Oh,
Everybody's Googling in a big old hurry here. They
It's
just
a-
did a
I've
Johnny...
never heard of that one.
They just
a
did a
guy.
Johnny Depp movie 2
It's a
years ago
guy.
called Dark...
it's a guy.
Barnabas Collins! That's our winner!
He was like a weird kind of over-sexualized vampire, just
Yeah.
like we, you
Barnabas
know.
Collins was
Yeah.
back from the dead, and he was a 400-year-old vampire. Yep.
Yep. Quentin, that is the legal name of my ex-husband. Well, he goes by Alan, but his actual name is Quentin.
Isn't that nothing? That's a pretty good line. I'm gonna remember that one. Write that one down. Okay. So good jobs. You seriously never heard of it? You're just a fast Googler. Is that it? Oh, you guys got to look up some YouTube stuff on Barnabas Collins. The Johnny Depp movie wasn't too bad. It was Dark Shadows. It came out in 2015, I believe.
I was not familiar with that, but okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. The show was definitely good. If I were you, I would check out the 2 movies. They made 2 movies after the TV show had run its course. And one of
The
them was
TV show is so awful
yeah,
too. I just love
one
it.
of them. One of them was called The House of Dark Shadows, and the other one was called The Night of Dark Shadows. And if you watch either one of those, they are seriously creepy. Was it 2012 more? Oh man.
I've never heard of either one of those. They're horror movies?
Oh, Night of Dark Shadows, yeah. But you really have to be familiar kind of with the characters. Because they all get killed off in the movie. It's really cool.
Those are the best kinds.
But when I was a kid, I was totally terrified by that movie because I was probably 7 or 8 years old when I saw it, you know. And it was vampires getting staked and people getting their throats ripped out and this one lady. Hey, Lena. Speaking of bizarre, obscure vampire movies, of course you've heard of the blaxploitation movies like Blackula.
Yes.
There's this one called Count Yorga. And this one scene in Count Yorga freaks me out to this day. And that's this lady who was changed into a vampire and she ate all of her cats.
Oh.
Oh, man.
And
That sucks.
And that freaked me out forever. And they bust into her house and she's sitting there eating it. And I was like, no! I didn't mean it affected me. And then there was another one
that
called...
ticks me off more than anything
Yeah,
else
yeah.
is when the pets get it.
Yeah, I don't like when they kill the pet. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm like, well, why couldn't the asshole get it in the first reel?
Don't
I
eat
just kill all the
cats.
people. Screw all the people, but let the pets live. God, I hate that.
Oh, look at Mora's got her little kitty. Yeah.
Yeah, and negativer, don't eat cats.
Yeah,
I
don't
agree.
eat.
I agree.
Yeah, that was seriously disturbing.
Well,
I can tell you one vampire movie that you will never, ever, ever forget, and everyone can watch this because it's not necessarily horror. It's called What We Do in the Shadows. It's a very recent movie.
Wow,
and
really?
It is brilliant. Spoiler alert, it's fucking funny as hell.
Well, I like that. You know, a la Evil Dead, that kind of funny.
Oh, this is so much better.
I can't believe that you've stumped him with a movie reference. Has that ever happened?
What We Do in the Shadows. Watch it. It's brilliant. It's the best movie
Oh,
ever.
he absolutely will. He will.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I always like a good reference, a good a referral, if
Recommendation.
if you will. Yes.
So who won the contest then? G-Mux and Negativer? Are they your winners?
Negativer, yeah, he won the second one. Neg
So,
did, and G-Mux
okay.
won the first one.
So you know what this means. First of
Oh,
all,
wait, the theme.
Lena needs to get her own show. And second of all, Negativer needs to get his own show
Cool.
in order to
Yes,
even
yes, cool.
to
Yes,
to have
definitely.
to enjoy the prize that you're offering. It only would be useful to somebody with a radio show.
So,
And as you can see, anybody can do this. All you need is a little alcohol.
all you need is a little alcohol and a microphone. So I'm going to now, my favorite show ever in the history of television
Blackadder.
is not Blackadder. In the history of television is because when I was a kid, I watched this, and this show also had 2 movies.
Did it?
Yes. So
Say it. What is it?
I'm going to play the theme song. Better yet. This is just for funsies, everybody. I'm going to just give you bonus points and kudos if you can get this. But my favorite, when I was a kid, show, I would watch the show Kung Fu with David Carradine. And then this show came on right after it. And man, was I enthralled. This really got me into the whole genre of horror. That's because it is.
The Love Boat. No, that guy is the dad from A Christmas Story, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Darren McGavin.
Oh, he can't be in a horror show.
Forgot. Bumpus.
It's
Fragile.
Fragile.
It says fragile. Well, that must be Italian.
I think you've stumped everyone again.
Okay. The show was called The Night Stalker, and it also had 2 movies, The Night Strangler and The Night Stalker. And when I was a kid, this show tackled everything from doppelgangers to zombies to werewolves to vampires to swamp creatures to everything that I had ever heard of up until that point, from reading comic books and everything. I mean, possession, demons. And every week he would run into a different creature from beyond the grave.
And he was no longer Ralphie's dad.
No, this was before he was Ralphie's dad.
Before he was Ralphie's dad. Wow.
Long before.
Wow.
Yeah, like 1974.
Oh my gosh.
The Night Stalker was on. Yeah.
I wasn't even 10 years old then. And I'm old now. Which is what you have to be in order to stump everyone. If you're old enough, you can stump everyone.
It was such a good show. It was so cool. It was really good. And just absolutely just, what are they doing this week? What?
So no Twilight Zone, huh?
I like Twilight Zone, okay? You know what, one of my favorite little stories to tell, Lena, is one time I was watching Third Rock from the Sun. Do you remember Third Rock from the Sun?
I've heard of it, but I'm not a TV person.
Yeah, well, it was a show with a bunch of aliens who had come down to Earth, and their names were Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Sally. and
Sally. I have a character in my novel that I've named Sally Fourth, which cracks me up every time I write about it. But anyway, go ahead.
Because it's not obvious or nothing.
It's British.
It's British, yeah. So, long story short, where was I?
I don't know.
I'm watching Third Rock from the Sun, and Twilight Zone came out with a movie. Oh, you heard that, Lena. She goes, you're running low on gin. She heard the ice cubes.
He's been stealing my drink.
Why don't you go ahead and make us another one while I tell the
Make
story?
us another one.
Make me another one, and you can maybe have some of
There's
it.
that sharing thing again.
We tried it once.
I need to take up mango beer. then I can keep that to myself.
I'd like a Long Island IV. And I could just hook up the IV right here next to me, and it's a Long Island IV, and then I wouldn't have to keep getting up every 3 or 4 minutes.
Well, you know what ticks me off is when I'm interrupted by my drinking. I'm interrupted from my drinking because I have to pee. And I hate that. And the more you drink, the more you gotta pee. It's not fair.
It is a vicious circle, all right. That's why I'm a guy, and I like an antifreeze bottle and a funnel, so I don't have to get up.
I tell you what, if I was a dude, I'd have bottles all over the place by my desk.
Oh, Howard Hughes, huh? That's before your time, too. I'm using old guy references. So anyway, I'm watching Third Rock from the Sun. And on Third Rock from the Sun, back to the Twilight Zone, the original, William Shatner played a character.
Do you, William Shatner?
And William Shatner played a character. And he was on this plane, and there was a gremlin out on the wing and trying to down the plane. And William Shatner...
that's one of the most famous ones, I think.
Yes, it is one of the most famous ones. And William Shatner turns around and goes, there's something on the wing, something on the wing, And then flash forward 25 years, and they do a remake of the movie with famous directors like John Landis and Steven Spielberg and Joe Dante and George Miller from Mad Max and Joe Dante from a bunch of movies. I mean, Joe Dante's credits. So they did this movie where they took classic episodes of The Twilight Zone and they made it into a movie. And so in the movie, they did that scene again with the guy on the plane and the gremlin on the wing, and this time it was John Lithgow. And John Lithgow was Harry, it was Dick on Third Rock from the Sun. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So John Lithgow does the bit of the guy on the wing. William Shatner does the bit of the guy on the wing. And then on the show, their contact from their home planet comes to Earth, and it's William Shatner. And he gets off the plane, and he says to John Lithgow, the strangest thing happened to me when I was on the airplane. I looked outside, and there was something on the wing. Something on the wing. and John Lithgow just looks incredulous and goes, the same thing happened to me. And I was the only one in the room that got it. Because I was like, they both played the same character in that movie. And nobody cares. I'm just...
You know what, though? Your recent posting of a Shatner video earned you 69 cents. I wonder if that has any meaning.
69 cents. Yes, sir.
I think it's the lowest that you've ever earned, except for the 0.
Yeah, well,
Except for that one.
yeah, except for those 7 or 8 times when you got 0 money.
Well, the number, 69 cents. First of all, I have to appreciate the alliteration of that. And I'm sure you can appreciate other aspects of it.
If you think of it in the context of William Shatner, though, it gets a little awkward.
Everything.
All of those green women, were they green?
Yeah, well, just in one episode, but it wasn't really Shatner going after the green woman. It was Christopher Pike that was watching the green woman dance.
The first.
Yeah, the
guy.
pilot episode.
The first one. That's before your time, Lena. Only old people would know that.
Well, unfortunately, I am neither a Trekkie nor a... What's the other one? Star Warsy. I'm not...
cut her off. Cut her off.
A Starzian. Yeah. Remember when we liked you at the beginning of this? How about this? Are you a Visian? We're going to play a song right here. Everybody should love this song. Let's take a little happy break.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We got some work to do now. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you, pretending you got a sliver. You're not fooling me, 'cause I can see the way you shake and shiver. You know we got a mystery to solve, so Scooby-Doo, be ready for your act. Don't hold back. And Scooby-Doo, if you come through, you're gonna have yourself a Scooby snack. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, here are you. You're ready and you're willing. If we can count on you, Scooby-Doo, I know we'll catch that feeling.
I never got to escort with the Scooby and the gang, but Jimmy did.
Yeah. I got plenty of pictures of me with the Scooby Gang.
I know you do.
You're about to enter another dimension. A dimension of sight. Well, pretty cool. Pretty
Yeah, no,
cool
I was
stuff.
never a Scooby-Doo person either. It was so unrealistic. Even as a child, I knew that the monsters ripping off their heads and being people, I thought you'd be able to tell it was a costume the whole time. This is so fake.
Oh, that is so untrue. And if you were a universal escort, you would eat those words. Because Jimmy escorted the Scooby-Doo gang many times.
Like zoinks, dude. Did you hear that, man? It's like a real scary monster, and he's after our drugs. Quick, Scoob, we need to move to Colorado. Rough. Like, your name's Doobie, isn't it, dude? Hey, man, did you hear a ghost? I'm getting all paranoid, man. Hey, Do you have the munchies? Let's eat a big ass sandwich.
I prefer your not Scooby voice. You're not, what the heck is his name? What is his name?
Who?
Scooby's guy.
Scooby's guy. I think they're both straight, man. Shaggy.
Shaggy! Thank you.
The one that he's shagging. Is that what you're getting
I
at?
prefer you not to do Shaggy.
Why?
I prefer your Donald Duck. I prefer your Goofy. I prefer your Mickey Mouse to Shaggy.
Why?
I don't know. It just something that it does to my spine.
Cool, it's working. I have a little story about this next song I'm going to play. And it's a really cool story.
Okay.
Okay. So first I'm going to play the song. Okay, so that's just kind of like the opening. That's kind of like the opening of this this movie.
I've never
That's
heard
the
that.
theme song.
Never
Okay.
heard that before.
It is from The Shining.
Really?
Yes.
Because I have seen
That's
that.
from The Shining? Whoa.
Yeah, that's the opening theme song.
I was just in Estes Park, and the hotel looks nothing like it does in the movie. They've done a lot of work.
The hotel in the movie is in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Well, there you go.
And the hotel for the exterior shots and the hotel for the interior shots is the Stanley Hotel. So
But the
the
Stanley Hotel is located in Estes Park, Colorado,
Yes.
and I was just there a couple
Yes.
weeks ago, and it looks
And
nothing
I was
like
there
the movie.
3 Halloweens ago doing a
Oh,
murder
I remember that.
doing a murder mystery
Yeah.
and at the Stanley Hotel. And we had a Jack Nicholson lookalike, and he just ran around and, just had drinks at the bar. And, it was just, he was great.
Was he the same guy that you worked
Yes,
with at
yes,
that?
yes.
So they don't know what we're talking about, but what was the World War II?
Yeah.
Tell us what that was. Who was he? He was also Frank Sinatra? Or
I don't remember what he was then.
okay, I'm sorry.
Anyway, he's
we've
a
had
he's a
few
professional Jack Nicholson impersonator.
Okay.
So he was up there just taking pictures with people, and they got a big door with the face knocked out, and you get to stick your face in there and do the old, "Here's Johnny." Well, I said to him, "Hey Jack," and his real name is Jack, and that's what's funny. And he looks like Jack. He looks exactly like Jack Nicholson. He puts on the glasses. And
Remember that guy at Universal who does a good Jack Nicholson?
Yeah.
His name is Tim. But anyway, go ahead.
So he says, I said, "What's your favorite?" I said, "Is here's Johnny your favorite line?" And he's like, "Nah, that's everybody's. That's the
go-to.
that's the go-to line for that." He goes, "I like the first time. The first door he busts through. He busts through 2 doors, and the second door he says, 'Here's Johnny,' but the first door he just busts through and sticks his face through it and goes, 'I'm home, dear.'" And that's just and he goes, "That was my favorite. It was just so evil, and ironic and sarcastic and everything." So,
I love it. When
but
occasionally
we did that
they
murder
keep it
mystery
in.
there, and all the keys to all the rooms are on the wall behind him, except for the room 217, and that key's upside down.
Yeah. We were just watching one of those conspiracy theory videos about that movie
About Stanley
a
Kubrick.
couple weeks ago. Yeah.
And boy, was it stupid.
we did laugh.
Yeah, did a lot of
A
laughing
little
at it.
bit.
And then on the wonderful show Adam Ruins Everything,
Yeah.
He ruined the conspiracy theory by proving that it would have been more expensive and harder to reproduce the photos than it would be to actually go to the moon.
Well, what was the funniest thing about that conspiracy show was
That's 11.
yeah, there are 11 letters in the name of the movie on the television set. 11 because those are like 2 columns.
What was this conspiracy of Stanley Kubrick?
That Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing and faked it for NASA. And I mean, it's a huge
Yeah.
conspiracy theory.
I was
There's been
listening-
books and movies and endless blogs and all those,
Yeah.
you know, conspiracy theory
There's
nuts.
lots of videos on
The
YouTube
Minion
about
movie
it.
did one. The Minion movie had a blurb. Remember
The-
that one
the
when they were
Minion
running
movie.
through wherever they were, and they ran through. Oh,
They ran through a
weren't
set. They ran
Yeah,
through a
they
set.
ran onto the set of the moon landing.
Hey, we don't have
It was
much
just
time
a quick,
left.
like 2-second thing. It was awesome.
I used to escort minions at the character breakfasts at Universal. And they're hard to escort because they don't fit in between tables very well.
And they can't move their arms. They can't move their arms. So the character inside that costume has got their arms down to the sides.
Well, some of them can move them with a little lever.
Well, they have a little stick that
Yeah,
they turn,
yeah.
and they can wave and give you 5 and stuff with their little stick
anyway,
arms.
nobody ever wants to escort a minion. It's just the last thing
I
that you
do.
would choose to
I
do.
loved working.
Parade, maybe. Parade is okay because they're,
Well, yeah,
they're
parade
easy.
is okay. But also, what was okay was at the Minion ride at the meet and greet at the
Well,
end.
at the meet and greet, but not when you're working tables in a
No.
restaurant.
No.
No.
Well, no mascot's fun at a restaurant. Take it
So
from me.
if they fall though, since they can't use their arms, would they just fall on their face?
Yeah, or yeah,
Right
or-
into people's plates of food.
yeah. Seriously, that was part of our job, was to keep that from happening.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that mainly because I didn't want to die, and those costumes are
Well, you
incredibly
also
hot.
have to be short, and you're 6'4".
Well, not to be a minion.
You couldn't
I'm talking
be a
about to be
minion.
Shrek or
He
Krusty
could
the
have
Clown
been- he could
or
have been Gru.
Sideshow
He actually
Bob.
auditioned for
Oh.
Gru, but he was too big for the Gru costume of all things. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, not I was that. I fit into 3 out of the 5 costumes that I auditioned for. But they said, "Old man, we do not want to kill you." So we don't
it's-
want to see Flight for Life have to
It's
land on
Orlando,
Hollywood Boulevard.
Florida. It's hot enough out there on a 90-degree day in your normal uniform. But if you're wearing fur, forget about it.
And a costume with no circulation.
Yeah.
And even if you got on an ice vest, doesn't matter.
No.
We only got a few minutes left. Let's play one more funny Halloween-y thingy.
Okay.
Here's a listen closer to this one, Lena, because this is my voice.
I'm not sure. Lena, can you hear these?
Can you hear these?
Yeah, I switch over to Twitch and then I can hear the song.
Okay, here it
You
comes.
are good.
Here comes another one.
Well, it's the full moon and your werewolf has done gone and got himself all hairy again. Look, you don't have to put up with none of that. You bring him down to Wanda's werewolf waxing. We will have him sedated, epilated, defoliated, and rehabilitated faster than you can say chupacabra. Wanda's werewolf waxing. Open one night a month. Book early.
Twilight.
Sunday night on AMC, The Dead Return.
The Walking Dead are
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow!
gonna escape! Hold on, I got an idea. Give me your iPod. Look, they're not walking anymore. They're moonwalking. As long as we stay in front of them, we'll be okay.
The Moonwalking Dead. They're coming. Well, actually, they're going.
Okay, those were two Jimmy clips. Those weren't real.
Those were real, yeah. But we also did. We were trying to figure out which Walking Dead funny thing we were going to do. So we came up with like Street Walking Dead, and it was all prostitutes. And then we had my favorite that we didn't do, but which was Walking Dead with Christopher Walken.
Do it.
I'm not doing Walking Dead.
Do walking. You don't do enough Christopher Walken.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more brains. I'm Walking Dead here, and like my movie career. Okay,
That's
right.
one of my favorites. That he does not do it enough.
Fun stuff. Lena, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Lena has been so much fun. I want her to have her own show. I'm serious.
Yeah. Is that the fastest 2 hours ever?
That is the fastest 2 hours we've ever done.
How do you have control over time
I
and
think you've been
space?
drinking more than most.
No. We always drink this much, but we really enjoyed having you.
Well, thank you. It was really fun to be here.
I don't know.
Y'all are a pair.
Oh, we're a pair.
That's the truth.
We need a Lena show. We need a Lena show. A Lena show. That's what Negativer said. So,
Negativer feels the same way. And you know what? We have so many open slots on the Writer's Block Radio.
gross.
That,
Oh, you mean
seriously.
on the radio? Yeah.
I mean, we have, 3 shows? Fictioneers, this one, and Shane and Muxie. So, yeah, I think we need to start expanding. I think Lena needs her own show. And Negativer and Merodian probably need one as well, because now they've got a promo. They just need a show to go with it.
Right now it's a shlomo. It's not really a promo.
I'll have to think of something to keep people's attention. I'll have to think of a theme or a catch or something.
Hey, guess what the theme was ours tonight? That.
It was me coming to him about an hour ahead of time saying, do you want to do a show today?
What's the fourth show, G-Mux?
4 shows. Did we miss a show, G-Mux? I could only remember 3.
Witness?
State of the Witness. Do we have a witness show?
Well, we'll...
Tonight's theme.
There's a channel. There's a voice channel, State of the Witness.
Oh, there is. Look at that. It's right above the one that you guys are in. I've never noticed that before.
No, me neither.
That might be a new show. So, okay, 4 shows. But, we have a week to fill. Anarcho's show. Anarcho's show, I think, is just Fictioneers. But Rhonda is saying that they did one last night. And apparently that was a witness show. So Anarcho has a witness show that I did not even know about. I am always late to these things.
So he talks about like people watching and watching stuff go down in his neighborhood and just like witnessing the goings on of every day.
The Mr. Rogers Witness Show.
That would be fun. Oh, see, now that is one TV show that I watched.
Oh, we could put together a promo for that one, couldn't we? Couldn't you?
Sure. Be my pleasure, wouldn't it? I'd get on there and do all kinds of funny things, talk about nice things, like put on comfy shoes,
Button up your sweater.
button up your
No,
curtain.
that kind of sounds like Mr. Rogers is about to start stripping and tell all the little kitties, what do we have down here?
It's a beautiful day, isn't it, children?
Oh, dear. This is definitely an adult show.
Yeah. Well, do we get out of here now? And
Oh, it is 7
go and
o'clock,
sign
right on
off?
the dot.
I guess we should have pushed record.
We did.
beginning
We
of
did. It happens automatically. We don't even have to do it. So we did. We recorded everything. Thank you so much, Lena, for joining us. Lena DR on STEEMed.
Hooray,
Not-
that's just fun.
Not Lena Doctor, as I once thought.
Definitely not a doctor. Anything.
Dan,
I couldn't even claim to be like a doctor of stupidity or something because I'm not even good at that.
you're bad at stupid. That's a good thing, though. That's a good
Yeah,
thing.
but it prevents me from getting a PhD in like anything.
Well, here's something we're going to go ahead and get out here in before we go, and that is Gmux And Negativer, give us some script this week, and we'll work on that. We'll get you your prize winning. Congratulations again. Way to stick to it and come up with the right answers. Good job, you guys.
Are awesome.
Yeah. That was really neat that they got it right away. Thank God for the internet, right?
No, they knew, sort of.
Yeah, everybody
sort of knew.
Basically.
Muxie knew.
Yeah,
Not so
Muxie
much.
knew. Muxie's older, like we are. He's closer to our age.
But Neg is a fast typer, so he really.
No, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, especially Lena.
Yeah, thanks for putting up with us for all this time and not having the good taste to interrupt and just go, "What the hell are you two talking about?" No,
It's okay. I said it a lot without pushing my button, so.
I bet you did.
Oh, I'm kidding.
hey,
Not kidding.
groovy. Well, you guys, have a great week. We will get back to everybody as soon as we can, and I'm gonna pimp my own Donald Trumps. They're coming up more and more. I've got a series of about 20 of them,
series.
and it's the Trump Father.
No, it's the Don Father, and
I'm sorry, it's the Don Father.
The Don Father. I made the graphic for it, so I'm rather proud of it.
And the whole premise is people coming in and asking Don Trump for favors, a la The Godfather. So it's the Don Father, and we've aired 2 episodes right now, and we're gonna try to air one every day.
We still have to finish out the Winkler, though, don't we? Don't you still have 1 or 2 left?
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. We have more than 1 or 2 left. We have probably 20.
So we're overlapping so that you won't feel that sense of ennui when the Winkler ends. You know that there's a new series already underway.
Underway. I like that.
Yep.
So, yeah. Funny radio serials coming up with our good friend President Trump and various characters entering the Oval Office to ask a favor from Donald Trump.
Okay, so we're 4 minutes over. Lena, say goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Good to see you.
Bye,
Good to meet
Lena.
you. Nice to
Thanks
talk to you.
again.
Nice to be here.
Yes, thank you for coming on with us.
Goodbye, Writer's Block. Thanks for having us, and we will see you real soon. Say goodbye, geek.
Goodbye, geek.